Brothers, and sisters, you know what? I was just kind of looking in Jeremiah where it talks about the vengeance of the Lord is going to be up on this country. It's talking about Babylon as well. That's what I'm talking about. Babylon, America. And they're going to receive a reward, a recompense, a judgment. They're going to receive a judgment for what they have done to our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. Listen to this here. Let's read Jeremiah chapter 51 and 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them. That's talking about our people. Our people is not like Esau. Everywhere they go, everywhere you turn, they killing our people. For he is the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee I will break in pieces the nation, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. I would break. Now, when they talk about destroying kingdoms, that's talking about Esau, his kingdom, because they got their kingdom on this earth, right? They got their kingdoms, they got their riches, their wealth. They don't have to worry about waking up and getting dependent upon like other nations for their food, their water, their transportation supplies. Because if you go to the motor vehicle hoods, if you go to the car dealership, who owns it? The white man, right? They don't have to wake up and worry about, damn, where am I get the money to pay this insurance? Damn, where am I get the money to buy this car? I owe $20,000 on this truck. They don't have to worry about all that. They don't have to even think about stuff like that. They can spend money, and the more they spend money, the more their credit bills up. So that's what this is talking about. And with thee also I will break in pieces the women. Okay, it's talking about a lot of different things. Like, think about it, how the so-called white man, how they train these police dogs, these animals, to be demonic toward our people. And they take these dogs and train these dogs is to call themselves, calling our people criminals. And they use them same dogs is to try to capture our people like us. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, the Bible says that a recompense is going to return upon their own head. And I'm reading about it right here in Jeremiah. A recompense means a reward or a payback. You're going to get what's coming to you. So Esau, when they think they're getting away with a lot of this stuff, it's going to meet them head on. They're going to get it. And with thee I will break in pieces the horses and his riders. And with thee I will break in pieces the chariots and its rider. And with thee I will also break in pieces the men and women. He said men and women. And with thee I will break in pieces old and young. God ain't gonna have no empathy on old or young, because think about it. With a slave master, when he raped, robbed our people, they didn't have no mercy upon what. They didn't care whether those people was old or what, old or young. They didn't care. Think about that 12-year-old child that was playing with that toy gun. Let's keep reading. And with thee also I will break in pieces men and women, and with thee I will break in pieces old and young, and with thee I will break in pieces the young men and the maidens. The maidens, the workers. Verse 23, Jeremiah 19:23. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherds and his flock. And with thee I will break. That's talking about the Christianity churches, the flocks. He said he would do the shepherds, the leaders, and he would do the flock like that. The flock, it stands for the people. I will break in pieces the husbandman and his ox, or his yoke of his ox, and with thee I will break in pieces captains and rulers. Captains, those people that holds different positions in the government. I will everybody, the captains, I would say stands for those who was leaders and helped supported the leaders. I will render unto Babylon and to all of the inhabitation of the Chaldeans. Babylon is just simply America, and their evil, the Chaldeans, their evil that they have done, the evil that they have done in Zion and in your sight, said the Lord. Their evil they have done in Zion and in your sight, said the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O destroyed mountain, said the Lord, which destroys all the earth. I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. You know, a lot of people, I hear a lot of people, they say that my voice is really heavy, but I can't help that. I try to speak low, but I can't speak low because that's just the way the Most High made me. He made me to speak like that. He didn't make me to speak soft. So no matter how low I speak, I'm still going to be loud because he made my voice like that. Let me show you why I speak loud like that. Why people can hear me. And I know people still hear me. I know they still hear me, but I can't help it. That's what the Most High, he gave me that voice, so I got to speak it. You can't you can't wipe away something that's natural. I can't help it. It's natural. He said the voice of his words was like the sound of many waters. God spoke like a man. We ain't supposed to be speaking like no punk. We supposed to speak like this. Shit, we men. You know, like at night, I notice at night that you get louder. That's the way the Most High was, man. Now, I tell people all the time, if they come over here and they hear some of these videos over here that I'm doing over here, they ain't gonna like my other channel. So if I know a lot of the people, the majority of the people that's on my other channel, if they come on this channel here, they ain't gonna want to subscribe to this channel because I ain't gonna be giving them what they want. I'm letting them know that now. Look what it says here. And his feet like a, hold on, wait a minute, let me go up. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to his foot, and with golden girder about the pipes with a golden girder. His head and his hairs was white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. That means he spoke very loud. So that lets you know more than likely who the Israelites are, because the Bible says that they're gonna have loud voices. They dominant. They naturally dominant. If you take a white boy, a white woman, and put him in a ring put a white boy in the ring with a black man, that so-called black man gonna demolish that white boy. The so-called black woman is gonna demolish that white woman. If you put them in the ring, put a black man, just put a black man in a ring with a so-called black man. See who gonna win. That black man, more than likely, he gonna win. He gonna come out. That's why they have to have guns and tanks and all of that, and mace and tasers and all of that when it comes to us, because they know they can't do nothing with our people with their natural hands. So that's why they have to come with guns, tanks, and all that type of stuff. They know what they're dealing with when they come in against a so-called black man. They know. They know what they're dealing with. They know. They know we're gonna put up a fight. You see what I'm saying? They know it. It's just like a lion. You ain't gonna be able to fuck with that lion in his natural state. You ain't. You ain't gonna be able to fuck with that lion. Think about it. Think about if you're trying to catch a goddamn, what the fuck that, not, you know goddamn well you ain't gonna be able to go and catch no goddamn lion. A natural lion in his natural state. That lion will tear your damn arm completely the fuck off. No, you can take a vicious dog like a pit. If a pit bull is real vicious, and you know they kill when they latch on to something, they kill something. They don't let it go. You ain't gonna be able to steal. I never noticed too many people to be able to steal a pit bull that's real aggressive. A pit bull dog that's very aggressive. No, the only way they can get that dog, they have to shoot that dog up with some medicine. They have to stand a distance, and you know them so-called police officers or whatever the hell they is, they got to have some stuff to spray to put that dog to sleep, because they're not gonna be able to catch that dog, a pit bull, in his natural state. No. So before we got conquered, you see what I'm saying? Before we got conquered, let's go back over it. Before our people anywhere got conquered, they couldn't do nothing with us. This is how the white man had to come. Let me show you. Let me show you that in the Bible. See, our people don't know this stuff. They don't know this. This is how they have to come to a lot of us. The Bible says in Psalm 55 and 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet with a drawn sword. That's how they have to come to a lot of our people. In order to be able to get something, you got to come sweet. You ain't gonna be able to take nothing that's bad, nothing that's dominant, and think you're gonna come in and you're gonna have to put up a fight. Think about it. A thief ain't gonna tell you what time he come into your house is, right? No, he ain't gonna do that. He gonna wait and catch you off guard. And that's what you do with something that's very dominant. Something that's very dominant is hard to beat. You can't overthrow it too fast. Before they go down, they're gonna put up a fight. So they know they got that. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing. That's why some people have to have weapons. That's why Esau, the white man, has to have weapons. They can't do nothing with us in our natural state. They can't do nothing with you. They can't fuck with you in your natural state, because they know you're gonna tear their ass up. Yeah, they know they know what's happening when they come. They know they know what's going down. They know what's fixing to go down. They know. We will tell them in a minute, you got the right ones. They have to have trained dogs. That's the only thing that's saving them. Mm-mm. Just like if you put a cake in the stove, you're not gonna be able to take your natural hand in this natural state while it's hot and put your hand on the edge. That shit'll burn you. That shit'll cook the shit out your hand. That's literally how our people are. The Bible says in Jeremiah 51:20, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee I will break in pieces the nation, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms." So you can't do nothing with. See, that's why they was able, the Native American, I mean, not the Native American, but the Europeans, when they came and tried to get the Native American people, they couldn't come to our people in a natural state. They had to make a deal. They had to make something sound good. They had to trick them. They had to shake hands with them and act like they was cool with them. Because think about it, the Europeans, they had to come nice to the Native Americans. They couldn't just come in their natural state and say, "Hey, we gonna conquer y'all and take it." No, they know they wouldn't have been able to do that with our people. They wouldn't have got that chance. They know they wouldn't have got that chance. No, no, because you can't. But the only people that allowed them to do that was the Most High God. Mm-mm. You ain't gonna be able to fuck with our people in their natural state. You can't fuck with a lion in its natural state. You can't mess with a leopard in its natural state. That was the only way that they was able to conquer our people and enslave them. They had to come with something that they just couldn't handle. They had to come in order to be able to trick our people. They had to come with something, the most manipulating plan that they could think of. And that's why in the Bible, it tells you that the white man is the greatest deceiver on the planet. Hmm. Yeah, our people don't take time and do their game, do their research. Look what the Bible says here. Revelation 20 and verse 10. "And the devil that deceived them was cast into a lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and forever." He said, and the devil that deceived them, that means to trick. A strong influence. Deceive is somebody who has influence or power. Yeah. Man, look, the enemy can't mess with you in your natural state. Mm-mm. Yeah. Just like anything, a homosexual, a guy, like you take a straight woman or a straight man, and if they don't, if they hate homosexuals or something like that, do you think that that straight man gonna allow that other man is to be able to just come up and just say, "Hey, I'm gonna do," especially if they are of the world or whatever? Mm-mm. Yeah, it'll be some. It'll be a war going on. No, So you have to ask yourself, how can the weakest people was able to enslave the strongest people on the weakest man on the planet is able to take the strongest man and and confine them, break them. God allowed it to happen. And our people have been conditioned is to deny that, but they know what's going on in spite of what they deny. All right, let me get up out of here. I'll see y'all later.